have to listen to her. I can do what I want, and I live in a house with no rules and no bedtime and as much chocolate as I want. Do you want to see it? This time I nodded right away. She took my hand and led me off through the trees. Chapter 1. As soon as I got in from the shops, I stowed my bag and hurried to the kitchen. There was, reassuringly, no smell of burning. I'd only realised once I put the beef joint in that I hadn't replaced the wine I bought to go with it. Marshall said it wasn't the right kind, and I wanted to impress, make it look like I knew what I was doing. I hadn't managed to find any goose fat for the roast potatoes either, which was why I just slogged all the way to the town centre to get it from Waitrose. I would have managed with sunflower oil, but Marshall looked so disappointed when I suggested that. The idea to host Sunday lunch was Marshall's. A surprise for me, he'd said. He'd visited Crossley Court, his ancestral home, last weekend, and returned having invited his parents. We never had Sunday lunch, or at least not a roast. It was normally our day for food shopping and having eggs on toast afterwards. I'd never cooked a full-on roast before, certainly not for his parents. They were lovely to me, but his dad was still an MP and his mother, Enid, a columnist for some posh magazine which you basically had to have a peerage to subscribe to. They had a professional chef on staff at Crossley. I barely had a C in food technology. "Please, can we go out?" I asked Marshall when he broke the news. "But they really want to see what we've done with the house. I thought you'd want to show it off. Aren't you proud of it?" "I do, and I am. It's just, I don't want them to be disappointed." "Why would they be disappointed to spend an afternoon with their charming daughter-in-law? Your family," Marshall said, kissing me on the forehead. "Anyway, I'll be here, so you know just how to get it right." To him, it was a family lunch. To me, it was the first family get-together in our new home, with his parents, who just happened to be insanely wealthy and featured weekly in several national papers. So I was already nervous, and then Marshall waited until last night to drop the bombshell that he had to play golf on Sunday morning. It was a networking thing, with one of his colleagues on the council and someone from a building firm. I did ask if he could cancel it, but he pulled a face and asked if that was really what I wanted. He also casually asked what I had planned for dessert, which I didn't know was expected. He said he might be able to go out of his way and pick something up. I started preparing the potatoes, checking the 3 separate recipes I'd printed out for all the tips and tricks they had to offer. The smell of the roasting beef was making me nauseous, so much so that I had to open a window. It was strange. I liked my steaks rare, even blue if I could find somewhere that would serve it. Marshall liked to joke every time that the waiter should just wipe his backside and put it on a plate still mooing. The sight and smell of meat never bothered me. Yet now I was struggling not to retch, struggling and failing. I made it to the cloakroom just in time. Afterwards, I rested my sweaty face against the cool tile of the wall. Fuck's sake, today of all days. When I could manage it, I stood up and opened the medicine cabinet, rinsed my mouth, and took a seasickness pill in case it helped. The smell of beef was still wafting through the house, turning my stomach. My eyes landed on the box of tampons as I replaced the pills. I froze. No, that could not be it. I pulled out my phone in a panic and checked my calendar app. The little red paintbrush sticker didn't appear on the current month. I scrolled back, counted forwards. I hadn't had a period in over a month, even though 2 weeks ago I ended my pack of the pill and took the placebos. I was meant to get it then, but there had only been some spotting. I just went on to the next pack, thinking it was a light one. How could I have let it slip my mind? I just forgot about it, in favour of obsessing over recipes and gravy hacks. I looked into my own frightened eyes, reflected back.